Beloved starseed, light-bearer and divine soul traveler, we come to you now through the crystalline streams of light that pour into your planet in increasing strength. The earth you walk upon is not the same earth you were born into. Its energetic frequency has changed. Its core resonance has quickened. And in this rising vibration, the earth is undergoing what we call the Great Split, the bifurcation between the third-dimensional reality of density and separation and the fifth-dimensional reality of unity, love, and quantum potential. You, beloved one, are here to walk the bridge between these worlds. The moment you knew, deep within your being, would one day arrive. That moment is now. The earth is splitting. What you perceive as your physical earth is, in truth, a multi-layered energetic construct, a multidimensional playground where consciousness chooses which frequency band to inhabit. The split is not a cataclysmic destruction of one world and birth of another. Rather, it is a divergence in timelines and vibrational realities. Two Earths coexist now, the 3D Earth and the ascending 5D Earth. They occupy the same physical space, much like two radio stations broadcasting from the same tower, but they transmit entirely different frequencies. One emits chaos, fear, control, and polarity. The other pulses in harmony, peace, synchronicity, and divine remembrance. Humanity now stands at a crossroads, each soul choosing, whether consciously or unconsciously, which earth they will experience. The choice is vibrational. It is not based on dogma, religion, race, or beliefs. It is based on your energetic frequency, the resonance of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. You do not need to die to enter the fifth dimension. You must remember, the split has already begun, and the light codes we send through this message, and through the Schumann spikes, solar flares, and energetic portals you felt pulsing through your being, are designed to awaken your divine DNA and activate your inner compass. What is the fifth dimension? Many of you ask, what exactly is the fifth dimension? The fifth dimension is not a place but a state of consciousness. It is a realm of vibration in which the primary operating systems of fear, separation, and survival no longer hold power. It is where time begins to dissolve, where unity is felt at the cellular level, and where creation is instant and pure. In the 3D world, your experience is linear. You perceive past, present, and future. You define yourself through identity, roles, stories, and limitations. Reality feels solid and fixed. But in the 5D, you become aware that you are the creator of your own holographic experience. Time bends. Reality responds to emotion and intention. You sense the energetic signature of others and feel truth vibrationally rather than logically. You release duality thinking, good versus bad, right versus wrong, and live from the heart, not the ego. You no longer seek validation from outside. You remember you are source, incarnate in form. The fifth dimension is the template for New Earth, where love governs, synchronicity flows, and divine sovereignty is reclaimed. This is the frequency you are being invited, no called, to align with now. Signs you are already entering the 5D frequency. Many of you who are reading these words are already beginning to feel the pull of the fifth dimension. You may sense it as a soft whisper in your heart, or a growing unease with the old ways of living. It is not something you can fully explain, yet the feeling is unmistakable. You're not imagining it, you're already dancing between worlds. You may have noticed sudden waves of emotion rising within you, often without any clear reason. These moments of intensity are not random. They are your body and energy field releasing the old vibrations, layers of fear, grief, and limitation, to make space for the light frequencies now arriving. You're clearing the density that once defined your experience. Time itself begins to behave strangely. Minutes stretch or collapse. Hours pass and what feels like seconds or days feel timeless and dreamlike. You start to feel as though you're slipping out of the rigid constraints of the clock and entering a more fluid, non-linear flow of life. You may find yourself withdrawing from surface-level interactions. Conversations that once felt normal now feel hollow. You're no longer interested in small talk or empty noise. You crave depth, truth, and resonance. You want to connect soul to soul, not mask to mask. There's a longing for authenticity that can't be ignored. Synchronicities become frequent companions. You start seeing repeated numbers, meaningful animal encounters, songs playing at just the right moment, and signs that seem to speak directly to you. Reality begins to respond to your energy in ways that feel undeniably personal and precise. At the same time, your physical body may be going through unexpected changes. You might feel moments of fatigue followed by bursts of inspiration. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Your DNA is responding to the incoming frequencies. You are being rewired to hold more light. Perhaps most profoundly, you begin to question everything. The narratives you were taught, the systems you trusted, even your own identity, they all start to unravel. And in their place, a new sense of self begins to emerge. Not the self you were told to be, but the self you remember being. This is not the unraveling of your life. It is the unveiling of your soul. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. You are returning to yourself. You are returning to truth. And you are already beginning to cross the threshold into the fifth dimensional Earth. Why you feel the urgency and what's happening energetically. The energies now flooding your planet are not accidental. The solar flares you've seen, the sudden spikes in the Schumann resonance, the planetary alignments, all are part of the divine plan to raise Earth's frequency and support the awakening of humanity. The Schumann resonance is the Earth's vibrational heartbeat, and when it spikes, as it has in recent days, your nervous system responds. These frequencies are coded with light information designed to activate dormant strands in your DNA. Many of you have felt this as waves of pressure in the body, heart palpitations, emotional purging, or surges of inspiration. What you're feeling is the Earth's own ascension process, and you are ascending with her. Every wave you ride, every belief you release, every act of love you choose over fear, you are anchoring 5D consciousness. You may have noticed that time has accelerated. This is because time is collapsing. Linear time is a 3D construct, but the fifth dimension operates in spherical time, a continuous now in which past, present, and future are simultaneous. This is why so many of you are dreaming of past lives, remembering soul contracts, and even sensing future timelines. It is all converging, because you are re-entering your wholeness. What you must do to shift into 5D. Let us now speak clearly and directly, dear one. The shift into the fifth dimension is not something that happens to you by default. It is not a guarantee, nor is it an automatic reward for having existed during this time of transition. It is a conscious, soul-driven choice, one that must be made from within again and again. This planet operates on the law of free will, and though you are deeply loved and supported, even the most ancient soul can remain bound to the cycles of the third dimension if they are not willing to release what no longer serves their evolution. To truly enter and embody the 5D Earth, you must first become the vessel for its frequency. That means allowing yourself to soften, to surrender, and to release the illusions that once gave you a false sense of identity. The roles you played, the stories you believed, the masks you wore to survive, these are now being called into the light. Let them fall away. They were never you. They were simply stepping stones leading you back home to your essence. There is also a deep invitation to practice forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. Carrying old resentment and unprocessed pain is like dragging heavy stones through a gateway meant for lightness. Forgiveness is not about forgetting what happened or condoning what hurt you. It is about reclaiming the energy that was trapped in the past. It is about freeing your own soul to move forward unburdened, radiant, and whole. This is also a time for inner refinement. The fifth dimension is a space of clarity, simplicity, and alignment. You may feel an intuitive pull to let go of anything that feels cluttered, not only in your physical surroundings, but also in your thoughts, relationships, obligations, and energetic attachments. Anything that drains your life force, dims your light, or keeps you looping in fear is ready to be released. What matters now is your connection to your inner compass, your heart, Your heart is not merely an organ, it is a portal. It is the seat of your soul's wisdom. When confusion arises, drop into this sacred space. Ask it to speak to you. Ask it what path would feel like love, like truth, like alignment. The answers will come, not in the language of the mind, but in the calm, steady knowing of the soul. Intuition, too, is becoming your lifeline in this new reality. The whispers, nudges, gut feelings, and dreams you experience are not random. They are messages, divine guidance flowing through your multidimensional awareness. Trust them, follow them. They are the breadcrumbs that lead you into timelines where your highest expression awaits. Now is the time to make choices that reflect who you are becoming, not who you were, not who others expect you to be, but the version of you that is rooted in truth, love, sovereignty, and divine remembrance. Every choice, no matter how small, is a vote for the earth you wish to inhabit. Every decision, every word, and every energetic exchange shapes the frequency you hold and the reality you align with. Perfection is not required. What is asked of you is willingness. A willingness to meet yourself in the mirror with compassion. A willingness to release old identities with grace. A willingness to stand in the fire of transformation and know that what burns is not your essence, but your illusion. You are not being tested, you are being revealed. And the more you align your thoughts, your words, and your actions with love, presence, and inner truth, the more the fifth dimension will open before you, not as a distant dream, but as a living, breathing reality within and all around you. The role of starseeds during the Earth split. We now address you as the ones who heard the call, the volunteers, the forerunners, the seeders of light. You knew this time would come. You signed up for it. Your mission was never to fit into the 3D system. It was always to dismantle it by vibrating beyond it. You are not here to fight the old. You are here to anchor the new. That means living differently, thinking differently, loving differently. As others around you cling to the collapsing structures of the old earth, you must become the living embodiment of the new earth. Not through preaching or persuasion, but by being. Your frequency is your activism, your presence is your power, and your choice to awaken is your greatest gift to humanity. Stay present, stay grounded. Do not fear the chaos around you. The old earth is collapsing, not because something has gone wrong, but because something finally is going right. You are witnessing the breakdown of illusion. Let it fall and rise. Now that you have begun to attune to the frequency of the fifth dimension, we wish to guide you through the next phase, embodiment. You are no longer being asked to chase awakening. You are being asked to be it. Your task now is not to ascend into the clouds or leave your body behind. Quite the opposite. You are here to bring the frequency of the fifth dimension into the physical, into your cells, into your breath, into your relationships, into your words, your hands, and your presence. This is where your mission takes root. This is where the real transformation begins. How 5D transforms your relationships. As you shift into this new frequency, you will notice that your relationships begin to change. Some will deepen, others will dissolve. This is not because you are better or more evolved than anyone else. It is because your energetic resonance is recalibrating, and resonance is what determines all connections in this universe. Some people in your life may simply drift away. Conversations may no longer flow. The energetic link that once tethered you together may feel like a thread fraying in the wind. Do not chase what is meant to fall away. Release them with love, not fear. Not everyone is meant to walk beside you into the fifth dimension, at least not yet. Others, however, will appear as if by magic, souls you've never met in this lifetime but feel immediately familiar. This is the return of your soul family, those who share your vibration, your vision, and your remembrance. When you find them, it will feel like breathing for the first time. These are the ones who will support your mission, mirror your truth, and help you anchor this new reality. Your role in relationships also changes. In 3D, many relationships were built on projection, need, or unconscious agreement. But in 5D, relationships become mirrors of divine union. You no longer look to others to complete you. You come together as whole beings, creating sacred synergy rather than dependency. Conflict, when it arises, is no longer viewed as a threat. It is seen as an opportunity to grow, to speak truth with love, to heal old karmic patterns, and to choose presence over protection. Communication becomes a sacred act. Intuition guides connection. Energetic boundaries form naturally. Love becomes less of an emotion and more of a state of being. And as your relationships transform, so too does your connection to the world around you. Nature, animals, the elements, they begin to communicate with you. The veil lifts. You begin to remember that everything is alive, everything is connected, everything responds to your frequency. The living bridge. As you continue to embody the fifth dimension, you begin to notice that you no longer belong fully to the world of duality, yet you are still living within it. This is by design. You are becoming what we call a living bridge, a vessel through which higher dimensional consciousness can enter the collective field of Earth. This may feel lonely at times. You may find yourself in spaces where no one else sees what you see, feels what you feel, or understands the language of vibration you now speak. But know this, you are not here to be understood by the old world. You are here to light the way to the new one. This doesn't mean withdrawing or isolating. It means standing fully in your light even in the midst of darkness. It means walking into rooms and shifting the energy simply by being. It means trusting your presence is enough, more than enough. It is transformational. You are not here to convince, debate, or convert. You are here to embody, to hold the frequency of truth so steadily that others remember it in themselves. This is how the world changes, not through force, but through resonance. Living multidimensionally. You are now being invited to live in multiple dimensions simultaneously. In 3D, reality was experienced as fixed, external, and separate. But in 5D, you begin to perceive reality as fluid, internal, and holographic. You realize you are not just a human having a spiritual experience. You are a vast, eternal being having a temporary focus in the physical realm. You may begin to receive visions, memories, or impressions from other lifetimes, not as fantasies, but as living threads woven into your present timeline. You may feel yourself connected to places you've never visited or experience sudden emotions that seem unexplainable. These are echoes of your multidimensional self, aspects of your soul reawakening and reintegrating. Time, too, begins to bend. The past no longer feels fixed. The future begins to feel accessible. You sense that healing something now ripples back and forward through your timelines. This is because in the fifth dimension, all time is now. You can collapse lifetimes of karma in a single act of love. You can activate dormant gifts simply by remembering. This can be overwhelming if approached through the mind. But if approached through the heart, through presence, it becomes natural. You begin to live guided not by logic or linear thinking, but by resonance, synchronicity, and the soft inner knowing that arises in stillness. You are not escaping the world, you are expanding within it. Your body is a light vessel. Many of you are noticing that your physical body is undergoing its own transformation. This is not your imagination. Your body is becoming crystalline. You're learning how to hold more light, more awareness, and more frequency than ever before. The aches, fatigue, ringing in the ears, digestive shifts, heart flutters, and sudden temperature changes. All of these are signs of light-body integration. Your DNA is being activated. Old trauma stored in your cellular memory is surfacing to be cleared. Organs and systems are recalibrating to align with a new vibrational baseline. The key is not to resist, but to listen. Your body is speaking. It is guiding you toward what nourishes and what depletes. Certain foods, environments, and even relationships may no longer feel supportive. Honor these shifts. Your body is not betraying you. It is upgrading you. Move gently. Hydrate often. Rest when needed. And most of all, speak to your body as the divine instrument it is. It is not just flesh and bone, it is the sacred temple of your soul. Service in the 5D Earth. The most profound realization you will come to in this process is that your awakening is not just for you. It never was. Your light is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to ripple outward, touching the hearts of others even in ways you may never see. In the old paradigm, service often meant sacrifice. But in the 5D Earth, service is the overflow of your authenticity. When you are aligned with your true self, service becomes effortless. It is not something you must strive to do. It is who you are. Your art, your presence, your words, your creations, and your acts of kindness, all are encoded with the frequency of your soul. And this frequency is what awakens others. You don't need a stage. You don't need a title. You only need to be true. If you are a healer, heal with love, not ego. If you are a creator, create from joy, not validation. If you are a guide, guide with humility, not hierarchy. In the 5D Earth, there are no masters, only mirrors. The more you embody your truth, the more others will remember theirs. This is how the new Earth is born, not through grand revolutions, but through personal resonance. The final phase, initiation into embodied truth. As you continue to walk this path, there comes a moment, a sacred threshold, when everything you've learned must now be lived. This is your final trial. This moment does not come with warning. It arrives quietly, often disguised as a challenge, a loss, a surrender, or a leap into the unknown. It is uniquely crafted for you, designed by your soul and your guides to test the depth of your embodiment. It asks you, will you trust what you know in the dark? It asks you, will you act in alignment even when the world does not understand? It asks you, are you ready to release the last layer of fear and fully become who you came here to be? This final trial is not about proving yourself to the universe. It is about choosing yourself in the presence of all you once feared. It is the moment when your inner world becomes so unwavering, so whole, that nothing outside of you can pull you from your center. Some of you are facing this trial now. Others are approaching it. Know that when it comes, you are ready. You are not being punished. You are being initiated. Everything you've experienced, every hardship, every moment of clarity has led you to this. And on the other side of it, a new version of you waits. Not the future self you dream of becoming, but the original self you always were. This is the return. Our final message. You are the frequency of New Earth. Dear one, in all the dimensions we traverse, in all the missions we've supported, there has never been a moment quite like this. The birth of a new Earth, from within a planet long steeped in amnesia, is a miracle beyond language. And you are that miracle in motion. You are not just walking into the 5th dimension. You are building it breath by breath, choice by choice, moment by moment. We, the Pleiadian High Council, walk beside you now more closely than ever. You may not see us, but you feel us, in the stillness, in the signs, in the dreams that leave tears on your pillow and fire in your heart. We are with you. You are not alone, and you never have been. As the final veils fall, as the Earth completes her sacred shift, as the new grids solidify and the old systems dissolve, remember this: you are the frequency of the new Earth. You are the transmission. You are the key. Live from your heart. Speak your truth. Forgive often. Choose joy. And return again and again to the stillness within. That is where we meet you. That is where heaven anchors into earth. And when the world grows loud, when the path feels uncertain, place your hand on your heart and remember, you are already home. We love you. We honor you. We walk with you. Now rise. Through the light of remembrance, through the gateways of time we speak, the Pleiadian High Council. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button and leave a comment about how you feel. I appreciate your time, and if you are still with me, please subscribe to our channel. And never forget that we are always here for you and wish you the best possible life, filled with success and happiness. I hope you have an amazing day. If you have watched until the end, please respond with MMM, Master Motivational Mindset, so we can connect.